Hello and welcome everyone, this is Dmitry. We are having another network programmability stream. This is part of our streaming marathon during the holidays. So today is day 5 of our streams. We are currently doing a project where we are trying to build a huge lab with around 1000 network devices and then use different net DevOps tools like Ansible, Python, Golang, and test their performance against such a big lab. So this is the idea. We are still not quite there yet. We are still building the lab. Unfortunately, it takes so much more time than I expected. But you know, it is what it is. We do have significant progress. So we will start actually by discussing where we are, and then what we still need to do, and then we actually will start. There's just one thing I wanted to discuss, like besides the stream, is I would say, I'm not even sure how to put it. I started to experience a little bit of fatigue of doing this. Like it's just a little bit too much. And yesterday's stream was 4 hours. And don't get me wrong, this is very cool. Like, you know, especially when I get into the flow, like I can keep going and going until I get results, and I get excited because of it. But also realize that, for example, yesterday we had almost 4 hour stream. So not only it could be difficult for you folks to watch it, but also, and you know, sometimes for me, even though like I would say I was fine, but it's then also I need to somehow process the video, upload it, and also need to put the time code for videos. And I realize that I'm behind already for 2 videos. So for 2 last videos, for yesterday and for day before that, my time code is not 100% finished yet. So like I'm already behind on even that. So I guess what we are going to do, it's either going to be like every other day this week, or maybe like 2 days of stream and then 1 day off, 2 days of stream and 1 day off. I don't know yet. So I just feeling a little bit of fatigue and like feeling a little bit behind. So I would prefer not to feel that. So what I think this means that I need to keep my stream lengths under control, like a little bit less, especially for this marathon. So probably like 2 hours, 2 hours and a half, but also not to do it too often, because like, yeah, it's a lot. And also realize that for those of you who can't watch it live and really want to be, to follow along as I'm building this, like watching 4 hour stream in 1 day, in less than 1 day is, I would say even in half a day, right? It's completely unrealistic. So yeah, just letting you know. Also, if you're watching this as a recording, there should be a time code below. So if I'm not behind, it should be there, allowing you to jump between sections. And also I do recommend increasing the playback speed. So because this is not a course, this is not a training, this is me trying to figure out stuff, and every so often, you know, like there are pauses, there is me trying different things, me thinking and all of that kind of stuff. So, you know, just letting you know. Alright, cool. My laptop is back up here actually, so that's some good sign. Just give me 1 second here. Yeah, okay, laptop is back, so I should be able to see chat without any issues now. All right, and I definitely have to disable that sound. Okay, so where we are with our project. We made a lot of progress yesterday, but as I said, it's just going a little bit slow. Like even though like yesterday I was very productive from programming perspective. I think like I was programming faster than average. We still like, it took so much time. And I always have this problem of like, I can't estimate properly amount of time it takes for programming projects. Really, like on previous stream it was 4 hours, and we managed just to add devices with API. There were some complications, but we managed to overcome those. So yeah, that's weird. So what we have done so far, we have our lab topology, which is here. We will have 1000 or less devices, routers here. They are in groups of 100, so we have 10 groups. They are connected to core router, and then 10 core routers are connected to edge. Then this edge is connected to cloud, and then this cloud is connected to Ubuntu control station, where I have DHCP service, and as well as our network controller is going to be with Ansible and Python and all these tools. We tested that like the lab design works, so like we should not worry about that. Like all communication actually works. We tested that. Now last time, 2 streams ago, we managed to build zero-touch provisioning, or ZTP, using DHCP and option 12. Option 12 is a host name. So the idea is that our router here sends DHCP discover with its host name. We recognize this DHCP discover and that particular device and assign to it very specific IP address, so that we need to know the mapping between hostname and IP addresses for all of our tools. So we do this provisioning via DHCP and like host pool reservation. So we managed to build that. Now last time we were using GNS3 API to add devices, and I posted this screenshot. Let me bring this up, by the way. Where is this? Yep, here. So this is like the almost end of previous stream. We added 100 devices to the topology with the API. So probably one of them, well, there were a couple of complications. One of them was coordinates, right? When you add devices like this, where is this? I lost it. You need to know like exact coordinates where to put them, because otherwise it will be all in a single place, and like it's going to be a mess on GUI, and like if you need to move them or like consult them or something, it would be a mess. So like having some kind of like grid like this is useful, but calculating these coordinates really took some time. And then also investigating the API itself took some time. Like we were doing some crazy stuff like running Wireshark to capture communication between GNS3 client and server to figure out exact payloads that you need to send. So we were capturing packets, exporting the JSON, and trying to replicate it in code. But we succeeded, so I'm happy with that. So we have this. What else? Yeah, so so the way it works is that there is an API endpoint for templates. And this is equivalent of when so let me bring up the UI. So when you drag this node from the templates, right, there is a special endpoint which allow you to do that. It has some shortcomings, like it doesn't allow you to change the host name. So for example, if you drag it right now, and let's actually do that, yeah, you get R11, but I may need some specific R number. So I may need to rename this router and also like drag it to a proper place. So we replicated this codes in the API. Now another thing was obviously coordinates, and then what I did was the coordinates are relevant relative to the switch position, right? So we have this switch 1, switch 2, switch 3, switch 4, and so we had to like via API find their location, their X and Y, and then calculate positions of this routers relative to the switch, right? So this one also like took quite a long time, but we managed to build it, so I'm happy with that. So what's left to do? Now that we have this, we may do some kind of refactoring, small refactoring there, because I don't like all the pieces that we built, even though it kind of works. We may change geometry here a little bit, but like our main points, main objectives for today would be, we need to connect those routers to the switch, to a specific port, obviously. This one piece. Second piece, we have to modify startup config. There is a problem, like when we change a host name of this device, the config doesn't change with it as well. So you have to update the proper configs on every single one of these devices, again via API. Oh, I hope so. And then we have to start them. And also probably starting 1000 devices at exactly the same second is Unwise idea. So we will have to like also figure out a mechanism to like do some kind of grouping or like staggering or like max number of like this provisioning at the same second or so. So we should keep in mind that. What else? Probably last piece, and it's very unlikely we will have time for that, but anyway, there is I think with the crypto keys. So once we do that and they get proper IP address via DHCP and all of that, we want to to communicate with them via SSH, but unfortunately you can't because they don't have crypto key. So we have to go via telnet to them and generate the key and save that config. So this would be the last piece, and after that the lab would be ready and we could proceed with doing Ansible and whatever. So probably we will not get to that point. Now another thing that we did yesterday, but I think it was off the stream, but I'm not 100% sure. So what we did is we tested if 100 devices, if my PC can handle 100 devices. So we found out that yes, it can. It barely took any CPU, even though when you start all of them at the same second, CPU goes to like 100 for like 20 seconds or so, but afterwards it's like no impact whatsoever. With memory, there is a little bit of a struggle there. So we have this 100 devices took around they took around 9 gigabytes of RAM, and I think I have 52 gigs allocated for this machine. So without our subscription, we should target around 5 or 600 according to my estimates, but it's also very likely that our subscription will not be a big deal here as well. But even if we get 500, this should be fine. All right, let me stop talking and see the chat. Oh, okay. Nothing new in the chat. If at any point you have any kind of questions or something that you don't understand what I'm doing, because sometimes I tend to go very fast with my, especially with code. Sometimes like I just keep going like a train, and like I realize that everyone has different skills, and some pieces for you may be like unknown or something. Feel free to ask them as I go, and I will do my best to explain them. There is question in the chat regarding updates to startup config to set hostname for DHCP line. Can you use an iOS variable like %h in it? So this is what I hoped it would do, but apparently it doesn't work. So let me show it to you. When I say configure here and I change the name to, let's say, 400, and then I edit config, there is a little bit weird stuff happens. So you can see that the host name here changes, and in startup config in like template, I have %h. So I have %h here and I have %h here, but you can see that this hostname changes and this doesn't. So I guess it's some kind of bug in like, implementation of this changing the hostname. And we really need that because otherwise we will not get correct IP address. So we'll have to modify this manually and upload this kind of like via script, if you will. Yeah, so let's start. Now there is one piece. Apparently I deleted one core router yesterday accidentally, so we'll have to fix that, and I will fix that manually. Okay, so I need to duplicate this guy for 3. I need to change its startup config. Okay, core 3, blah blah blah. Yeah, here. Three, and then here 3. Yes, and then router EHRP. Yeah, I think this should be fine. Okay, we save this. You know what? Give me. I want to save this as the packet. Okay, so we are doing get on startup config. Interesting. This is very weird. This is empty. Oh, wait. Here. Data. Oh yeah, okay. So this is a whole config. And then we do post. And it just sent as a data, yeah? We just put bytes there. Okay, cool. And then 201 created. Okay, I want to. What's the response? Oh, just 201 without any no body. Okay, let me save this. How can I save this HTTP request? Actually, I don't need to save this. I will stop this, but I just need to keep URL, right? It's just posting config to this URL, so this should be fine. All right, cool. So what we need to do, we have to fix this connection. Since variables are token used in banner messages and interface description before documentation has, would it work in the configuration? So I have that, but it will not work this way, unfortunately. The reason why is that those tokens are in templates. So those tokens are in templates, and when you drag something from the template, it replaces those tokens with the an actual data. You see where I'm going? So this replacement works the second you drag from the template. So as far as I understand, this will not work. But you know what? Actually, let's go ahead and test this. Oh no. Edit config, startup. Let's go ahead and try. Maybe I'm wrong here, and maybe it will actually work. Let's put this as the interface description. So. And let's start this. Yeah, you can see that it just says illegal. Ha! Nice hostname. Okay. All right. Let's start this. I don't need these routers, by the way. And I don't need this one. But I do need the oh, I have the config. I should be fine. All right. Okay, so there was one issue last time. These coordinates that I would like to fix. Okay, before doing that, hold on. Linux add permanent static route, because if you will keep going like this and I will keep adding the static route every day, this will not end well. etc sysconf network scripts route ETH0. Is this still the case? Oh, updated December 15th. Oh. Ubuntu. 7 years, 5 months ago. I don't think there is still ETC network interfaces, isn't it? I mean, there should be a name plan. Oh well, something like this. Okay, what interface? This one, yeah. Okay, cool. So I have to edit this. YAML, all this YAML engineers. Oh wow. Okay, it's 10, 8, 0, 0 slash 13 via 192, 168, 153, 101. Yes. Okay, and then what? It's sudo net plan apply, I think. And then I don't think it just brings the route, yeah? Oh, it does. Okay, cool. So we actually have this route. So last check, you would want to check like connectivity to one of the core devices. So allegedly this should work, which it does. Okay, so yeah, we should be fine. Cool. It's I remember like especially a couple of years ago when NetPlan only like started in Ubuntu. I think it was what, 18.4 or even earlier. I remember then, you know, you're trying to Google stuff, right? And then you always not get stuff about NetPlan when you really need it. All right, we fixed that. Now the next thing is, let me bring up this screenshot. My intention was to have these routers so I want to have them up above the switch, especially because these labels are above the switch and they became below. And the reason for that is that I didn't realize that the coordinate system increases going down y axis, so we have to take that into account. So if we want to make them upper, right, we have to subtract coordinates, not add them. So that this should be an easy fix. Now let's go ahead and connect to. And guys, I like this VS Code so much right now. Like this feature that you're seeing right now, where I am directly connecting to the remote machine and I'm like, you know, working with files and all of that like they are local, is absolutely insane. Like, in a good sense, insane. I remember how I was doing it before. It was so painful. Now this one, like, I actually enjoy. So if you are not using this feature in VS Code, and obviously if you have a use case, just use it. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Okay. Yeah, we'll add this later. We may also want to change this a little bit. So you can see that this is just a for loop. This is not concurrent, and we can actually make it concurrent, even though I'm not sure how good that idea is, but yeah, why not? How I was doing this? I don't remember. I think I have this, and then I split right, and then I have something like this. I need node, and I need project, and I need main PY as well. Cool. And then I have what I need here, and then I can move this around. And I don't need files anymore. Cool. All right. Okay. I would like to change this function slightly. We will say, where do I have this? Yeah, so let's add a new function here called async and we will say provision a router, and we will also take, yeah, everything is going to be exactly the same here, but we will just, you know, do this properly. So this will be what? Self add router. Yeah. I can even change this to something else. So add a router from template. And device. Okay, and we will. Do I even want to do logging right now? Oh, ideally I would want to do logging. Yeah, so let's do logging. This is lame AF. So what's the syntax? Okay, cool. I remember it now. So import logging, and here we'll have logger is logging. Import get logger. Down the name. Cool. We have that, and then here we'll say logger info, and then we will not use f string, and we'll say %r, and then here I will say device hostname. And then here is the same thing, logger info. So this is %r. Was successfully was created on template. Okay, cool. Now I would want to separate these two, but before doing that, I can move this out of the way, and this is going to be another property. This is property, by the way, too. So property, project IP URL. I can just say IP URL. Okay. Self, this will return string, and here we will return this. Okay, cool. So here we don't need this. We can say self IP URL. Self IP URL. Folks, I made the font smaller right now. Could you confirm that we can see it fine? Because that was I think a little bit too much, and sometimes it was like hard to see things. So could you confirm that this font size is decent and you don't have to break your eyes when you look at it? Folks, time goes fast. That's insane. Like, that's absolutely insane. Okay, so what do we want to do? Well, I would want to move this out of the way. Give me 1 second here. I want to check something. There is error. Should be able to say this, right? Let's check their docs. HTTPX Python is error. This doesn't seem to be documented anywhere, so probably I should not rely on something that is not documented. Wait a minute. I just changed this. Why is this back? Did I change it in different place? Oh yeah, I changed it in different place. Okay. Yes, this is fine. There should be another, oh, yeah, here. Right, let's separate these two. Okay, what do we need here? So node ID is something I get from before. So here I can actually return it. And I can say here return node ID. Yes. Here I can say node ID is equal to this await. Then the next piece is going to be await self, how do we call this? Rename router, for instance. I just said the Russian word and I didn't even realize it. That was funny. So yeah, rename router, I think this is fine. And I need device and I need node ID. Okay, I don't think I even need these sleeps. It's up to the server to handle this. Oh, and this coordinate stuff just should be moved away from here. So we'll have to create a new function here, which will say what async def rename router. We will say device is device and then node ID is str. And then this will return none. First we'll have to calculate the coordinates, which is this. We will have to fix this function, by the way. So you do that, then we do this. Yes, and then we do this. Yeah, this looks decent. And then we don't need all of this. We don't need coordinates as well. And then we can do some of the renaming here. Oh wow, actually I was incorrect. I need those coordinates. I need these coordinates in two places, by the way. Whew, okay. So actually I think I need to, what did I do? Yeah, I need to calculate them outside. we can even change something here. Okay. Is this worth it to change it? So what I think about doing is creating a name tuple for coordinates. Whatever. Not today. Today I am lazy. Alright. So we calculate this, and then we'll say another one is coordinates, which is going to be device X, device Y. And here we'll have to say, you know what, we ideally we would want to say now we'll just send them separately. Now I'm debating if no, you know what, folks, let's do it right. Let me quickly check if I remember what is vector correctly. Yeah, so we will have here what? We'll have here x int, y int, yeah? So this is vector. Then GNS3 node, where is the coordinates piece? First, we'll have to fix this function. This is not a tuple anymore. Yeah, let's move it here probably. Okay. From app GNS, from app vector. Okay. Here we return vector. Here we'll say vector is equal to vector I router x router y. And then we return vector. So this is going to be vector. Oh, here I can actually say coordinates. And then here we'll say coordinates. And then here I would even do it like this. Alright, cool. Now here we have to accept these coordinates. Why? Right, this looks good to me. Node ID, coordinates, blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. I can rename this. Let's just say data. Right. I need self, of course. Okay, I would even go here and just rename all of this since we separated it properly. Response. Okay, this looks fine to me. This one is incorrect, of course. We will also rename this. This is going to be URL. Here I can even just say data, and here we'll say coordinates x. Oh, where are my coordinates? Okay, and here is going to be coordinates y. This is going to be response, and he will say response JSON. Cool. It looks good to me here. Maybe I forgot about something, but I couldn't care less. Okay, now let's fix our coordinates. So I was thinking that our coordinates go up for y, but apparently it goes down. So you have to subtract, not we have to subtract, not add. So if you do it like this, this should work. Right. So cool. Let's do one more thing here. I don't like this for like how it spans multiple lines. It looks ugly AF. So we will say num rows is equal to this, and then num rows like this. Right, and then we should be able to invoke black here, which we do, and we are good. All right. Oh wow, this doesn't. Damn. Oops. All right, I like this more. All right, cool. Okay, this looks good to me. We changed the position. We did some refactoring here and there. Let me actually add the property back. Don't even say anything. I just found that this. I thought this is going to be better, because otherwise we keep repeating this line for no reason. All right, cool. So yeah, this looks all good to me. Probably there is some kind of small mistake, but we can run this and just see. So let's do it carefully. Yeah, let's not. Well, I can still add 100. Oh, let's do 20 for now. Yeah, let's not go crazy, because otherwise GNS3 GUI doesn't like it that much if you add too many of them. So how do we run it? But you run Python main py. Device is not defined. Why is it not defined? GNS3 project device. Oh yeah, because I did here is type checking. Yeah, device. Okay, cool. GNS3 project has no attribute add router. Yes, because it's now called provision router. C vitamin, thank you for following. GNS3 project has no attribute. What? Oh, I'm dumb. Because it's just self ID. Yeah. Right. So it's self ID here. Actually, see, this is the reason why I return it back. Remember, I had this statement in a couple of places, and apparently there was a mistake here. It's not self.project ID, it was self ID. But when I had it in a couple of places, right, then now I discovered a bug and I had to go to these multiple places instead of this one. So actually I did it fine. Okay, there is something going on here. Let's go. Yeah, this is correct. Now I just have to move switches around a little bit. Okay, folks, in the chat, I have a question for you. We need to do two things. We need to add the link to the switch for these routers that we add, and we need to change startup config. The order doesn't matter, so which one would you like to do first? links. Okay, cool. Okay, so devices are going to be here above, so I need to move this somewhere to the left. What about here? Okay, there is space here. Well, to be fair, I think I would want to do it like this. And here, like this, I think. Okay. Yeah, links it is. Okay. Yeah, I just need to, so here, 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 here. Okay. Okay. Okay, I think this should be enough. Here there could be some congestion. Okay, cool. Links. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Okay, so what do we do here? I can say connector. Should I call this function connect router to switch or add link to switch, or I don't know, like I don't like any of these names so far, but if you come up with a good name, just let me know. I think add link, it should have add link somewhere instead of connect. Add link is more specific. And then this one. All right, so what do we need when we are connecting links? We need to know IDs. We need to know IDs of the We need to know the IDs of the router and switch. We know the port on one side, yes. on like a router, it's always should be port 00. On switch, it should be a number of the switch in the group. Oh boy, this is going to be again almost coordinate stuff, but a little bit less painful. Okay, I want to revisit this function, by the way. Where was it? Device? Yeah, it seems like I want to separate this, find this Okay, let me just list things that we need to know. Yes, we also had some of these objects here. Yeah, this. Let me check their API here. Artist, thank you for following. Alright, this is a little bit like more than I expected it to be. They ask in the API to give the link ID. Like, what? Why would I need a link? Why would I need a link? Now another thing, I want to check how the switch ports are numbered. Yeah, let's start with that. How do we do this? We connect to the GNS3 VM. Oh, this is not what I wanted to do. This is not what I wanted to do either. GNS3 VM, yes. Okay. Excuse me. Oh, I'm typing in Russian. That's very helpful. Very helpful. All right. So in here, I want to open the project. So it should be what in opti GNS3 projects. I think this is the second one. Okay. I'm not sure if I did it correctly, but excuse me. Okay, cool. I need switch, and I need what switch do I need? Switch 1000. Okay. And I need this node ID, and I need to find it in links. What I'm curious is that does it start? What? Hold on. Wait a minute. Okay, so port number 1. So adapter 0, port 1. Next. 0, 0, 0, 2, 0, 4, 0, 5, 0, 6, 0, 7, 0, 8, 9, 10, and 0, 3. Okay, so yeah, it starts with 0, 0, and then 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, and so on. Okay, so this is first piece. Second piece, I want to check if my where is their API reference? This is not even documented. Thank you. Oh, no, I'm incorrect. Sorry. Here. Okay, doesn't seem like I even need link ID. I hope I don't need this, but because I don't want to create new UUIDs. It's so lame. Oh, they actually have it here. Nice. They give an example where the response is 409. Bravo. Bravo. All right. How do we test this? Yeah, let's test this via Postman. So Postman. Okay, so links, yes, post, body, headers, content type, application JSON. Yo, okay, cool. And body one raw, and then here we say nodes, and it should be a list. And this should be adapter num, let's say 0, and here we'll say port num2. So we'll connect one of the core routers, let's say core 1, to the switch node ID And so this is going to be, let's say, core 3 or something, yeah. And here we'll say what ports are free on the switch though? Are there any ports free? Yeah, port 11. So let's say we will connect core 3 to, so core 3 to port 11. Okay, so now we need node IDs. So we have switch here, and then we need core 3 node ID. Okay. And I hope this works. For bad request, invalid JSON, expecting property name enclosed in double quotes. Property name in double quotes. Do you guys see this? Line 7. Expecting property name enclosed in double quotes. Line 7, column 3. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, dummy dumb. Okay, cool. Let's try this again. What is here? Another comma. Yes, it's number. 201 created, and then it returns to us link ID and type. Okay, so now we should have a link between, which we actually have, but yeah, you can see that there is another link right now. Perfect. So we don't need much. That's okay. That's okay. So let's delete this link. I'm curious, by the way, why it says there is 2 links. It's kind of weird to me. All right, cool. So we don't need much. And to be honest, I think we should start using this, for example, this, right? Like, why we are not using this? It's beyond my imagination. Okay, so let me check. Yeah. So when we are creating a router from template, we get that response. We can, instead of sending back just string, we can create this GNS3 node object, right? This GNS3 node object will contain everything we need, more or less. We will say GNS3 node is equal to a response JSON. Actually incorrect. It's going to be GNS3 node load response JSON, and then we will return GNS3 node. Then here we'll say GNS3 node Yeah, so this will incorporate all of these details, and then here we'll say rename router. Do we even need this device stuff? I don't. Yeah, we don't need it. We can say a node is equal to GNS3 node. I can just say node here. So we need node. We need. We don't even need coordinates anymore. So that's some bullshit. We just need a new name, right? New name hostname is equal to device.hostname. Yeah, I think this would be better. So we don't need coordinates. We will move these coordinates back to add router to template here. So we have these coordinates, so we don't need coordinates here. Oh, so we have these coordinates. We don't pass them here. So we say node is equal to blah blah blah, add router to from template. Then we rename this router with a new things. He will have to say the node is GNS3 node, and then hostname is equal to hostname. Oh wait, what is this star? So then this hostname is just hostname, and then this hostname is this hostname. And now here we will have to be a little bit careful. So here we'll have to say node ID. Here we'll have to say node X, and here we'll have to say node Y. Right, yeah, this looks so much better. Now we have this GNS3 node object. It's super straightforward to add the link, because we'll just say yeah, I still have to find the switch again to which I'm connecting. Okay, I think the proper way to do this is that when we are creating a router, first we will actually find a switch here. So first we'll move this to the top, and first we'll find a switch. We can even add this as a separate function. So find switch, yeah, self, and we do need this name to node thing. And this should return to us GNS3 node, yeah. How do we do this? We basically redo this whole thing. Okay, so group is self, group name, group num, like this. tenant switch. What type of devices are you running? I'm running iOS on Linux. They do not consume a lot of resources. So here I would even say I would do it first here. So I would say switch is equal to device find switch, yes, and then self-linked node. So I get the switch. Now when we are going here, I can say just give me a switch. And then when I'm saying here device, I would say I would even go like this. I would say device calculate coordinate switch, and then here because I just here need coordinates, yes, this is vector, and that's all. Yes, and then node host name, yes, and then this should be coordinates. We'll be able to change device type. I mean, what exactly do you mean? I will not be able to run 1000 CSR 1000V, for example, on my computer. That would be insane. But I can add whatever devices I want if I have enough resources for them. Alright, folks, I think this is good. So we kind of like refactor things a little bit. So let's go through this logic. First, define the neighboring switch, right? So let's say I want to provision router 1000. I find a switch. I calculate coordinates. I add router from template based on these coordinates. I rename a router based on this node stuff. And this node is actually GNS3 node object. So it contains like name, blah, 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 some other stuff, whatever. Now there is this rename stuff. I need one more thing here. I need to change the name to the host name. Okay, cool. Then this next part is switch. So what do we do here? We'll say router is GNS3 node. And then we'll say switch is also GNS3 node. Then it's super easy to do, yeah. We have this link object as well. Let me move it to another here. The only things that we need is port number. No, where is this? So this would be I'm just trying to understand the goals of this project. If you're building lab for 1000 of the same device types, there isn't really a benefit. I guess I will disagree with you, because I don't care what devices are there as long as there are some devices, so that I can use tools like Ansible or something to test their performance of the tool itself. I don't care what devices are there as long as I have anything. And also I can't mock them, so I can't, like replace them, because I actually want to establish real SSH connections and stuff like that. Okay, I would need the switch port number. Okay, so how do we do it? If the God damn. I need sequence number of the switch in the group. This is what I need. Sequence number. And then that will translate to the I need sequence number of the router. So how do I do this? I think in device here I can I think this could come as property. Yeah, it's basically number in the group. Num in sequence number num in group. This will return. So building this lab to test other tools, not actually simulate networking. I mean, there will be a little bit of networking, but yes, the ultimate goal is to test tools, other tools. Okay, let's take a look at this. So for example, I have router 5 minus router 55. So this will be 54. Then per switch I have 100. Let's do another number. So let's say 405. So this will be 404. We have 100 routers per switch, so this will be 4, and then this will give us 5 back. So like it's router 5 in the group. So this means this will be the port number as well. Yeah, okay, cool. This is what I need. So I can say here that switch port number is going to be device.sequence number in the group. Cool, and then we just have to pass this as well, switch port number, and then this should be here as well, switch port number int. Okay, cool, we have all of this, so we should be good to go, I think. So if I say nodes, ports, yes, ports is going to be GNS3. I need to import another thing. So GNS3 port, here we'll say node is equal to router, yes. Adapter number is equal to zero, port number is equal to 0. This is first port, second port, GNS3 port, node is equal to switch, adapter number is equal to 0, and then port number is equal to switch port number. Cool. So I have this, and then we have to create GNS3 link object. So link is going to be GNS3 link, where we will say ports is equal to ports, and then we have to do request. However, there are a couple of complications, I would say. So optional str is equal to none, and default type is going to be, I think, Ethernet. Cool. So you have that. Yes. So ID type ports. Now we have this load function. Now we have to also have dump function, dictionary strnu, and in here GNS3 port we will probably also need that as well. I think we will need this dump, and this is going to be strnu as well. So this is going to return to us the payload, a part of the payload. So I need node adapter number, port number, node ID. So let's do adapter number. It's going to be self adapter number. So port number, it's going to be self port number, and then node ID is equal to self node ID. Awesome, cool. So we have that. Yes. Second thing is this dump. So how do we do this? We need additional function here. Filter none, we'll call it. And it receives data with anything. and then also it returns also dictionary. So we have to filter the things which do not have any value. So we will say return. Is there some recipe? Python dictionary filter none. I mean, I can always say key value for key value in data items if value is not known. I can do this. So we'll need utils here. So from app import utils, and then utils, well, data is equal to I think it's link ID. Link ID will be self ID. Then link type is going to be self type, and then nodes is equal to be is going to be a list of port dot dump for port in self ports. Okay, cool. So this will work, and then we will say result is utils filter none from data, and then we will return result. So the idea here is that if we creating a link and it doesn't have ID, and like, you know, you don't have ID when you create a link, it can be like returned by the server. If you do that, you want to subtract that, you want to remove that key ID, and this is why we have this function. So we will return result here. We are almost, oops, I lost my earbuds. All right, okay, and I was Googling. Oh, this is exactly the same as I did. All right, cool. So we have that. So I create here a link and link to a switch, router, switch port number. I do this, I create a link, and then we have to actually post this. And this seems to be pretty straightforward. So I would say URL is equal to self IP URL / links, yes. And then a response would be await self HTTP client post this URL, and then JSON is equal to link.dump. So what this dump function will do, it will create for us JSON payload for the thing. And of course I need self here and self here. Okay, so we have this response. I think we can copy this thing. So if we'll say link /r has been added, and here we have to get the so this would be ports 1 node name, and then ports 2 node name. Let's do this. Router port is equal to this, and then switch port is equal to this. And then this is router port, switch port. So here I can say router port and switch port. I don't like magic indexes. So yeah, okay, cool. So we have this. So yeah, this should add the link. I think I could create, what does it return? It actually returns to us like link ID and some other stuff. We could actually say that result link is going to be GNS3 link.load response JSON, and then I can return this GNS3 link. I mean, we don't need this, but whatever. And then return result link. And I will save it like this. So like this is a placeholder like of a variable which you don't need. Add link to switch. Yeah, this looks good to me. Again, probably there are some mistakes. Undefined name. Oh, self, of course. Cool. So we have this. I don't like. I keep forgetting self. I think I am so used to PyCharm, which adds it for you automatically. There is an error here as well. Now, last piece before I run this, and I will try it. Almost right now. One piece I need is enable logging. Okay, so how do I do this? I mean, I know how to do this, but it's usually easier for me to take one of examples. Why I don't have here logging dict? I don't have it. I should have in different projects. Hold on. I think I should have it somewhere here. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, we will put this in constants. Root console file. I don't need file logging. Console in console module. what is this? Console module, how they are different. Okay, here I have file name versus module name. Okay, so I don't need this, I don't care about this, I don't need file, but I do need console module. Yeah, I need console module. So we'll say console module level info. Yep, this looks okay to me. So here, where would we enable it? It should be main. So we'll say import logging config, and in main function we can say, you know what, let's enable it here. So logging config, ticked config, oh boy, I need login ticked. Okay, cool. I'm ready to test this, but I need to, yeah, 20 is fine. I don't know, you know what, maybe even 10. Because if there is some problem, we need to know about this right away, like this. Wow, there is some kind of issue, but it's weird. Okay, why this is happening though? It's because of the frozen in node here, frozen true. Oh, why do I have it frozen then? Let me think how to fix this. I mean, I see the problem, I'm not yet sure what's the best way to fix it. So this frozen doesn't allow us to change anything in the class. And I'm changing because when I'm renaming the router, like its name is going to be different. One way to do that, God damn. I mean, it's not a big deal if I recreate this stuff and like just throw away the previous one. So I can say Evgeny Andreev, thank you for following. This is an issue. How do we solve this? Do we receive a new response when I'm doing that? I think I should be able to. How do I test this? And how to check it easily? I think I can do it here. I don't like this, but whatever. Having immutable objects is actually nice, so probably I should not complain too much here. Yeah, okay, so here I'm renaming this router, and now it should be fine, potentially. And I need to get rid of device that I created. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Load required one positional argument. ID to node. This is killing me. Damn. To be honest, maybe it was just a bad idea to do it with links. And I should have just used IDs here. Now I'm looking at it and I'm like, yeah, I should have used IDs. How hard it's going to be to do this? To use IDs instead of nodes. So the problem here is that this load function requires ID to node. But what this also means is when we were adding a router, when we were parsing nodes data, yes, we have this ID to node and name to node. Whenever we are adding a router, ideally we would also need to change that. So now I'm thinking about it. I should not have created this link for no reason. I mean, it's good that it's easily accessible, but yeah, let me change this. This is horrible. This is very bad. And this is going to break a lot of stuff right now. Like a lot of stuff. Okay, this should work. Now dump. Dump will work too. Now parse nodes data. I mean, this will work. I don't need this anymore. Alt ID to link. Okay, let's run this. I am pretty confident there are problems. Parse links data. Where this is? Takes 1, but 2 were given. Amazing. This makes me mad. What, I didn't save it? Okay, let's go ahead and delete this router. I am mad. I'm sorry, folks. I am very mad. Not only that, but our logging didn't work. What the hell? Why did our logging is not working here? I mean, I just don't see it. I just don't see it here. Console module is enabled. Which refers to std module, which is here. This is completely fine, but I see no logs. And then I also have this problem, GNS3 project line 162. Oh yeah, that. The fact that I don't see logs is killing me, guys. It's absolutely devastating. But at least this worked. Nice. Look at this. Look at these links. Isn't this beautiful? I think this is cool. Where are my logs though? I feel like it's something easy, but and now it works. Even though I will have to revisit the logging. God damn. And this one is also logging slightly incorrect. Just because of this logging message, I need to pass this hostname. Okay, then the next thing would be is to add devices only if they are not present. So we need to do that, and we need to change the initial configs. Yeah, folks, which one do you want to do? Do we want to add right now check for like add devices only if they don't exist? Or startup config? Configs. All right. Configs it is. So what do we need for configs? I need a template. Okay, and let me also show to you the problem. So you can see this router 4, for example. Yes, I'm going to configure, it has 401, yeah? It has it here, but if I go to edit config, it has hostname correct, but this DHCP thing that we did is incorrect, so we have to change that. And I will not even read it, like I will just create a new one. It's not hard to do. Okay, so what do we need? We need to copy the config first. Well, I can even get it from here. Okay, and then here, we put it here, and here we'll say okay, this is what we need to have. Thank you, Red Clay. I appreciate it. Right, so we save this, and we just have to replace this host name with GNS template. How do we do this? Let's refer to main py. Generate DHCP config. I'm now thinking to move main. We create devices, and then we generate config. I would even go as far as this as say jinja.env here separately. I can even pull DHCP config template. I would even go as far as say pass a new argument. We will need like this. Template. We will extract this in main. Ouch. Okay, we have this DHCP template, and here I will say template is equal to template, and here later we will also need router config template is jinja and get template. So this is Python, never mind. Yeah, I'm doing Python right now. So get template router config template. Right, okay. Jinja env get template router config template. We are fetching the GNS3 project. We are provisioning routers. Now, when we are provisioning routers, we'll have to pass this router. Cool. I can just say what I'm doing. Template is equal to router config template, and then we will go to. We can save this, and here provision. We can say that template is equal to. Well, no. We have to import it here from Jinja to environment, import template. Okay, so we will do provisioning. So provision, find switch, calculate coordinates, add router from template, rename router, find switch port number, and then add link to switch on appropriate port. Next would be self update router config, and we will have to create the config for this device. Yes, so router config. Yes, let's say we have to say template render, and then our host name is equal to device host name, and then we update router config. Config is equal to config, and then router is equal to router, and then config is equal to config. Perfect. Now we're creating this function. Oh, and of course I should have await on this. So this should be async def update router config. Router is going to be device. Oh, I have to be careful. I actually not sure this is the case. I think I need node is GNS3 node. GNS3 node, and then config is equal to what? It's a string. None. Okay, cool. So this should be pretty straightforward. We have the packet capture here, so we just need node ID, and that's pretty much it. So, well, we have to build URL. So this should have self IP URL. This is project nodes, node ID, files, startup, config crg. Cool. And then we need data, which is config. And am I correct? Is it just being sent as yeah, I think it's just straight up text. So we do this, and yeah, then the rest should be easy. So it's await self HTTP client post URL data is equal to, well, I can even say like this, and then I will say copy this thing, if response status code blah blah blah, and here we'll say router config has been updated. Okay. Otherwise, we will create an error, and we don't need this, and then we will not return anything. Pretty much. Yeah, this is pretty much it. So we will save this. Black, yes. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and do that. We have this 10. Let's delete them. Yes. Let's run this. Config is not defined. Why config is not defined? Yes. Yes. And I need to delete this router. Let's go ahead and do this again. Update router keyword got unexpected keyword argument router. Yes. Node is router. Got multiple values for argument node. Okay, this is weird. This I don't understand right now. Node. Yes, of course. One more time. All right. Okay, let's do some in the middle. Look at this, 406, and here is 406. Perfect. So we provision router, then the next piece would be start them. I think it would be fair. Do you think I should do the start inside this provision function, or I should separate this, like provision and start? I am thinking of doing it in a single function, but I see it like, I see pros and cons, some of it in both variants. I mean, if you do it here, I mean, technically starting node is separate from provisioning, I guess. But at the same time, this kind of like, it's already a little bit too much logic here. No, I think I will keep it here. Okay, so we will next is start the node, yes. And I can actually, you know what? Let me change this a little bit. Because this doesn't matter if it's router or not, to be fair. So we'll just say update node config. Yes, and here we'll say start node, yes. I think the start node self node is GNS3 node, and then this is also doesn't send anything. I want to do something. I want to see their API if you get anything when you start node. So I think it's going to be post, yes. And then, oh, it just, I should just wait for 204 pretty much. Okay, so projects not start. Oh no, this is incorrect. I need start one node. Project, I need node start. Right, cool. So we start node. So first we need to build URL for this. This is going to be self IP URL. F string, of course, and then nodes. So nodes, node ID, and then start. Yes. Yes, and then it's empty post. Yeah. So then response is equal to self await self HTTP client post URL empty data, and then our usual thing node has started. Right, so yeah, this is almost it. Yeah. So self start node, what node, node is equal to router. Now another thing, provision router, I would rename this everywhere to router. This looks good to me. Okay, folks, what do you think? Should we test this out? Are you curious to see if this is going to work or not? We are checking if all of this works. If we can add a node, connect link, update config, start it, and eventually it should get a correct IP address. This is what's supposed to happen, allegedly. Let's just start. I do need to delete them first because I didn't build the logic for checking. Right, let's go. No. Wait, what? I just broke everything here. God damn. What an idiot. Yeah, some of my confusion is that I have device object and I have GNS3 node object, and like they feel like they are connected to each other, but they are like they're different. So this is where I made a bunch of mistakes here, like here. Alright, let's go. Device has no object name. Why doesn't have object name? Excuse me? Excuse me? What do you even mean? Is it host name? Yeah, it's host name. I hate this. I hate this in rename router. Oh, rename router. Of course. So if we did everything correctly, not only they should all start, but they should get correct IP address. Look at this. This one got 10.15.5.3 because they're connected to switch 5 and it's third router. This one got 10. This one got 5.1. Awesome. So we have what we need. That's amazing. Cool. Yeah, this is good. This is good. The only thing though is that now we have to do it for all of the devices. So, okay, I will not build any checks right now. I just don't feel like it. But if we want to do it for many devices, we need to be I would say no more than 25 at the same time, because we may overwhelm everything. We may overwhelm computer, we may overwhelm DHCP. Okay, so we have to do this properly. So how to do this properly? Here I would add sleep for 20 seconds. Actually, I want to have a random sleep. Python Do I even need a random? No, I don't really need. So what this sleep does is like time it takes to get IP address from DHCP. This is the first piece. Second piece, we need to use a thing called asyncio semaphore. And let's do okay, we'll have to pass this semaphore around. I think in main function, yeah? Yeah, we will need to pass it here. So let's create semaphore. Yeah, I think it's fine if I use it globally. So I have this semaphore. Hide between other big session coding. Yeah, thank you, Joe. We made a lot of progress today, and I'm very satisfied right now because we are only at 2 hours 40 minutes, so we'll wrap up soon, but we did almost everything that we needed to do. Now this last piece, yeah, I need to be careful. We may be in trouble. So first of all, this is going to be test for, I think we should do first test for 100 devices, then delete all of them, and then do test for 1000 devices. But I need to be super careful here because so let's do semaphore for 25 simultaneous tasks. How do you do this? We need to async with sema. Actually, no, this is not correct. I think like this. So we will go through every URL, well, not URL, through every router, and then we will use semaphore to create tasks. So tasks are going to be what asyncio create task, and here we'll say this, yes, and then we'll say, oh man, I could be in so much trouble here. Yeah, I think this is completely incorrect. How do I use this again? I mean, if I'm grouping these tasks, which I'm doing, so what I want to say is this, asyncio gather, and then I would asyncio create task, yeah, okay, so Yes. God damn it. So this provision router, yeah, I'm using it correctly. So here we will take semaphore. And then in here, in provisioning router, we say async is semaphore. And then this is all like this. So the idea here is that I pass this semaphore, yes, and then whenever like I enter this block, we kind of like take a token for us. So if there are other tasks that are doing this at the same time, they will not get, well, I mean, if we deplete the like total number, then it will not work. So here we'll say tasks, asyncio create task. For E in range 400, 500. And then we also need sema is equal to sema. Yes, and the last piece is await asyncio gather tasks. Right. Let's take a look at this before I run this, because I could be in trouble for this. Tasks, asyncio create task, GNS3 project, provision router, device template, and semaphore. We create this for devices from 400 to 500. Let's actually do from 500 to 600. And then we are waiting on these tasks to finish. All right. Let's go, folks. Let's go. This is new. Oh, this is what I have as well. It's because semaphore construct sets its loop attribute in, but asyncio starts in completely new loop. It's also mentioned in the documentation. Semaphore initiated outside of asyncio run grabs the asyncio default loop, so it can be used. Solution initiate. Okay, cool. So yeah, but it's interesting that I hit this. So we go from here, it goes directly to main. I can even create it just before here. Semaphore, bounded semaphore, and then we should be good. what is a function? Connection pool 159. In node connection. I mean, it's here. I may need to do it from the client itself, from asyncio. Yeah, I think I can do pull limits here. Default pull limits. Where is this? Config default pull limits. Relate configuration maximum number of allowable connections in the connection pool, which is configured by the pool limits. Soft limit is 10, hard limit is 100. I don't think this is documented. Can I just provide a number though? Limits number of connection pools, soft limit. Yeah, unfortunately this is not explained here, to be honest. Is this explained anywhere here? It's interesting that it broke on 10. Okay, let's try. I am not sure I will be able to work to fix this, to be honest, because it's kind of like internals of the library, which are not really well configured or documented. I think yeah, no, connections is not correct way to handle this. Okay, let's. I will try one time. If it's not working, then we'll just do a usual for loop. I'm not good enough to be exploring internals of the library. So what do we need? We need from httpx config import pull limits. And here I will have to say pull limit is equal to pull limits, and I will say soft limit is 50, hard limit is 100. This is what I will try to do. I'm not sure this will be enough. Let's go. Yeah. How many we created? $17. I'm curious where these numbers are coming from. And of course I will probably need to open a bug. Also on 17. What if I do something insane? Okay, this seems like I need to open a bug. What would be the easier fix though? Okay, folks, I would need to open an issue for this, I guess. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but I'm not seeing it. So what we are going to do instead, we'll go and fall back to our previous way. However, we will need to add a random delay. Okay, provision router, where is this? And I need to disable like this, and then provision router. Okay, so yeah, here we need to be careful. When we are starting the node, we need some kind of random delay, because otherwise we'll definitely overwhelm the DHCP server. This will be no good. But I'm not sure this will be enough for 1000 devices, to be honest. Alright, but I am ready to test this anyway. I want some kind of working result. Oh, damn. No, this is bad. This will not work. Because there are no other tasks being done at the same time. This will just not work. Alright. Well, we'll have to pray. Then. Yeah. None of this is fine. God damn. Alright, so we will try without sleep. I'm asking for a trouble here, guys. I don't have 1000 real world devices, so I'm not going to do that. Oh yeah, I have some devices already created. Alright, let's go. Interesting. Client error. Client error. Router 505. Interesting. I'm not sure what this is though. Yeah, but in theory, because on enterprise level people use GNS3 for prep as a sandbox, if you will. Sorry, Red Clay, I just don't understand your question. I mean, the point of this project that I'm doing is to test tools like Ansible, Python, Nornir, Golang, and some other things, and their performance on big number of devices when we are talking about scale. This is my only goal here. And I need such a big lab to be able to establish connections from those tools, to be able to test those tools. Okay, folks, I don't really know what the problem is right now. Yesterday we were able to add 1000 devices, no problem. Sorry, 100. But something is going on here and I just don't see it. I will run this again. Why would it say client error? And it's only on 505. You see this? Hostname has been updated. Conflict links. For more information, check. More information, check status is 409 client error. Links. Yeah, I feel like it's still some kind of timing issue here. It's like server is allocating UUIDs too fast or something, but we are choking only on one of them. And it's only on add link to the switch. And it's choking there. Not only that, but it adds the same UUID every time. Okay, I will do it one more time. It seems like UUID creation here is deterministic. Oh no, it's links. For more information, check conflict. Conflict for URL. Conflict for you. What is 409? Add link. Add link to. How about the logger? Like this. I just want to see what is the reply of this. Port 5 isn't free. What the hell is this? Port 5 is not free. Looks like a race condition for me. Yeah, this is what I thought as well, but apparently it seems like there is some kind of problem on the switch. Let me see. It was switch 6. Only one connection here. Okay. Right. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, it is beautiful. Oh no, he died. He died. Yeah, and again the same issue is connection. What function is not working? Again, on adding link. But anyway, okay, this is... Look at this, like how they are getting correct IP addresses and stuff. Okay, the problem was with device 564. Thank you guys. Five, 6, 8, I said. Oh, I can look in the logs. 5, 6, 5. Oh no, it's 564. 564. Okay, so why don't we... I'm very curious what this problem is. Now it seems like this is a problem on GNS3 side. What if you say 5, 6, 4? 5, 6, yeah, 3. So the reason why I'm saying 563 is because it's zero-based index. Well, to be fair, I need to do the following. Ah, no, it's fine. It should be fine. So now this works. I'm thinking that I still should put some kind of sleep between creating the device and adding link, and after I start the everything. Oh, I need to be careful because I may delete the switch. Okay, yeah, let me yeah, I feel like some small delay will not hurt. But again, like don't have means to troubleshoot this because it's GNS3 just saying to me 4 or 9. The only real thing I can do is like try working around it. Like if this happens, we'll try again. But this will require a bunch of coding, and I want to wrap up. So we will say. So we will go to provision router here. So I wanted to. So renaming should be fine. But here, when we're adding the link, there is some kind of issue here. So we'll await asyncio sleep for 0.3 seconds. And maybe here as well, maybe even 0.25. Okay, let's go. Maybe it's better to separate loops with creation and adding link instead of putting a delay. Maybe, yeah. But again, it's like, it's more work. Honestly, I really was hoping that my my thing with semaphore and stuff will work, but it seems like also some problem with HTTPX client. Alright, let's do this one more time. Okay, this is a little bit slower, but okay. Because if that thing is semaphore will work, like I would have no problem at all like putting random sleeps after every request. Like it would not affect like anything because we have like we only do like 25 at a time or something. But actually, you know what? I'm started thinking about UIDM now. I actually like it even more. Like just do it separately. But yeah, I think it's good. It's just it will require a bunch of refactoring here. You have to extract this part and then like do that looping twice. I mean, it's doable, just everything takes time. Right now, it's actually choked on the same device again. This is so freaking weird. So this is device 564, yes? Let me do the phone. What if I delete this and I will restart just from that device? 563, yeah. Yeah. It just doesn't work. It just says that port is not free. How come this port is not free though? I'm even thinking of where is this function? Here. Okay, this is not a racing condition. This is some problem with GNS3. Dynamics error when running command. Ouch. Okay, I see what this is. I see what this is, guys. This is maximum number of ports on the switch. God damn it. God damn it. Yes, it's 64 ports limitation. No. Why are you doing this to me? I designed all this beautiful topology, and now I am heartbroken. God damn it. Yeah, I mean, I will probably do it in like now 50s, but you know, like now I have to redo well, not everything, but a bunch of things. Okay, let's do one more test. So 34. While those devices are up and running, let's do it for another group, yeah, and this should end on. So so if I do this, then no, it should be 3. Okay, cool, let's go. Router for you, router for you, router for everyone. Two switches per router and 50 connections to each. Any task manager? You can also see here server summary on the right. It's not that bad. Performance tab. Yeah, it's not that bad. Two switches per router and 50. Yeah, actually, yeah, this is a good idea. So this will not require me to do a lot of rework, but still there will be some. But I do think this is a good idea. So we have like two switches per router and 50 connections each. Yeah, I think this should be good. But I like that this works at least. Let's do one more. Yeah. Switch 4. Let's do the fork. You know where this is going, yeah? let's go. You don't even need sleep now. Yeah. This delay though is kind of like I should have disabled it. I thought it was some kind of racing condition, but now that we know that the limit is 64, then I should have, deleted those sleeps. I remember how on the first stream someone told me people tested maximum of like 70 or something. You will not be able to run such a big lab. Try me. Look at this, how like this guy gets correct DHCP address and stuff. So if I say, so SSH can't work right now because I still don't have key. But if I say telnet, let's say 10, 15, 1, 13, Cisco, router 13, 10, 2, 1, 50. Okay, this one, this one is not yet done. So let's do 10. Cisco. Guys, this is amazing. This is like my version of like Lego, Oops. Oh no! No, this is fail. Disaster. This is disaster. Which one it should be? Oh no, it's fine, it's fine. It's not correct switch, so it should be, I can try 5. Yeah. I mean, these ones are not provisioned yet. Easy. I'm curious if this is like a world record of number of devices in GNS3 someone has ever run. I mean, stuff like this, I mean, realistically you can only build with some kind of like API or something. Can you imagine like adding these devices manually? That would just be nuts. I should post it somewhere to GNS3 guys, like after it's done, like Here you go. This is a lab I built on my computer, and this is like not even a server machine. This is just my personal computer. I can hear like CPU cooler on my computer, not being a fan of me and my work right now. But hey, everything for the cause. Sacrifices needs to be done. Need to be done. Damn, how cool is this? Go is like staggering a little bit. Yo, 60% RAM. So I think yeah, I think I would need to delete some of them, like, or maybe not. We could still try. This is almost a dead joke. Thank you. Look at my CPU though. Like after all of this settled, it's around like 10%. And RAM is at 61. I'm really curious what will happen once I you know, once I reach the RAM limit. Yo, I can't even see router names on such a scale. Uh, I think it's the same. I do have here a bunch of free space though. Like I could, let me actually move some of this. No. Error while getting compute list. Operation timeout. Okay. I don't think GNS3 appreciates my work as well. Not only CPU, but well, it just crashed. All right, folks. Okay. So yeah, we'll continue tomorrow. Yeah, sorry. So yeah, it crashed. So I think if we were to rebuild this tomorrow with like bigger number of devices, what we need is not to have GUI. So like, once I start adding those routers, I need to kill the GUI at all, completely. So that like we don't have that communication. I think that could work. So like you just add devices and you know how to connect to them, and that's pretty much it. But then like it's kind of weird for the audience, right? Like you add the network, but you can't even like show the topology that you're having. So yeah, I think we may need to do that since GNS3 GUI doesn't seem to be stable at this number of devices. Stress test to GNS3. But anyway, let's summarize what we did so far and what we still need to do. So today we made a lot of progress. We built an Python app which adds devices, adds routers, adds links to the neighboring switch, changes the startup config, and starts them. And when they are started, they get the correct IP address. Yes. And we tested all of this, and all of this seems to work. One challenge that we encountered is that the switch, unmanaged switch, may have only 64 links as a maximum. So one suggestion was to separate those in groups of 50. So like you have 2 switches per core, and this is what we do. So this is one idea. It seems like, I really want to try 1K, but it doesn't seem like it's going to like work out. We see that GNS3 GUI is already kind of like, misbehaving. My resources seems to be fine, but also like there is some pressure on RAM. So if you have 1K devices, it's going to be over subscription. I don't know how well it's going to handle it. Anyway, we did a lot of progress. We also tested that the telnet works as well. So to those devices, what's left to do? So first we will need to redesign our network. Yes, we'll have to have at least 2 switches per core router, and then we'll see. So we may have only groups of 50, not groups of 100. Second thing is we need to build an app which will go via telnet to every device and configure SSH key. Second thing. And third thing, we need to start creating inventory files for the Ansible and for Nornir. Again, because those inventory, how would you generate them manually? That's just insane with all these IP addresses and stuff. So we need to create those YAML files, but that's going to be actually super straightforward. There is nothing harder. Yeah, very easy to do. We also encountered another problem with HTTP, with async HTTP client. I'm thinking of opening a bug, but yeah, I should probably open the bug with HTTPX library. One possible thing we could try is migrating to IOHTTP, but this will also be a bunch of work to do, so it's not that simple. We will probably skip the stream tomorrow. I feel like it's a little bit too much. I can't keep up with putting all of the videos on YouTube in timely manner and putting the time codes. So tomorrow we are skipping. Tomorrow is what, 31st, so it's New Year's Eve. So thank you so much for sticking with me and for stopping by for today's stream and sticking with me throughout the whole year. I appreciate you. I wish you all the best. I wish you networks without downtime. I wish you, if you haven't started doing network automation in your networks, I wish you that 2020 is a year where you will start considering that, trying things out. Similar to how I'm doing on the stream. A lot of these things I don't know for sure, right? So I'm just trying things out to see what's working and what's not. And I feel that after 2 years of streaming, and even though I had the big period where I didn't do any streams, I feel like these 2 years of streams helped me stay on the edge of technology and network automation space, and also improved me significantly as a software developer. And for that I would like to thank you. So yeah, I hope to see you guys in the new year. Yeah, and until then, take care, enjoy your New Year's Eve, and goodbye. See you soon.